the first cold start to a perfect life. Forder's dedication is our joy and pride. In every stream there's magic to find, a passion for flying and a heart so kind. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. So here's to Forder, our guide in the air, a pilot of patience with a heart that cares. With every new lesson, our dreams take flight. Flying with Forder, we reach new heights.
And we're live. Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Andrew. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. Good
Pretty
evening,
good.
everybody.
It's pretty
Good
good.
evening, everybody. As I said in chat, Happy New Year, almost.
Almost. Happy New Year. Almost. And
Yeah,
Strap, thanks for your
it's
resub
just,
there. And, don't cry. It's okay. It's all right. We'll see you
and
next year.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie.
And Charlie, thanks for your resub. Everybody resub, okay? Let's keep going. Yeah. How's it going, everybody? It's Tuesday, and there's no lesson. What's with that? And why do we have an ATC tower? Why do we have a control tower on our screen? Oh, I was thinking, and I mentioned this Saturday, I was thinking maybe we could do a group rescue, with Say Intentions. One of those group missions, yeah. Is that real or from the sim? That's real. That's a real one for sure. Yeah, I have a lot of stock photography that I use for a lot of projects. And so I still tap into that once in a while. But no, that's not in the sim. Looks nice, though. I should have, maybe
You
should have
can,
gone
you
to
can
the
almost
sim.
get stuff like that in the sim.
Yeah,
Though.
I could have. Right, yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot of the control towers have stuff done on the inside of it, but there are a few.
Yeah, we've been to a few. Actually, Wambi had one, remember?
Yep.
EN something. I think I can remember it after all these years. It was his never-ending project, and then he had us remove it because he was working out with some kind of deal with somebody.
It was becoming payware for
It was
Microsoft.
becoming payware, so
Well, I guess technically it is, but because it got included in the second Nordic update. I forget which one that was, but
What's the name of the airport? ENBR? Is it ENBR?
no, it wasn't Bergen. It was
Because he did
was
Bergen.
it ENLE, I think.
We'll just have to go check it out. Yeah. So this is the last Forder stream of the year, you guys, and we have done a lot. I actually got a summary from Twitch at some point. I couldn't believe how many hundreds of hours of streaming we've done. And that's without marathons. There was only one day we did a marathon, and that was launch day for the 2024. And I couldn't believe how many hours, and oh my gosh. No wonder I have no spare time as a retiree, right? And anyway, it's a lot of fun. It was actually good to see a summary like that. 3 streams a week. Well, it's tough, right? It is tough, and it's a devotion. So, yep, you just have to do it. And I found that the Tuesday streams for the lessons is the hardest, most time-consuming, because I got to do all the research. I've got to do screen snaps. I've got to figure out all the assets. I got to do videos. I got to do whatever. And then because I was already busy 2 to 3 days, of total hours, usually 12 to 18 hours to make a lesson, then I decided to start doing more YouTube videos because, wanted to fill in the gaps. And just released another one yesterday, and it was a couple of Say Intentions scenarios, just so people know what they are. We already did the live stream on Thursday with Brian, the CEO and founder of Say Intentions, and that was a lot of fun. It was, long and drawn out like streams are. It was like 2.5, 3 hours even. And it was a lot of fun, but we only did one real rescue. So I thought I'd throw a couple more together. So between the last stream Saturday and now, I've been going into Say Intentions and doing a few different rescues, and then pulling them into my production studio and trying to shorten them a little. Because, the long hike out to what's happening and waiting for radios and all that stuff could make for long videos. As it was with a snippet of a rescue to start, a couple of, talking about what it is without any formal slides or anything, and then a couple of full rescues at the end. It still ended up being, I could have been an hour and a half for that video. I mean, I can't make a short video, you guys. The shortest video I've ever made was 20 minutes, and it was the unveiling of the FS 2024 package, the collector's edition, right? Because, what else is there to talk about? So you show all those badges and the bag, and you show all that stuff, and then that's it. It was like 20 minutes. And it wasn't very popular. I mean, I get some of the comments in there like, yeah, that toy plane looks like the real sim, right? Kind of, And Mike's in the house.
Nice.
Mike's in the house. Hope you got a 6 geese a-laying today. Wow. 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds. Yeah, that's the Christmas thing, right?
Yep.
But how did they get all that? how did they figure out? There's got to be history, guys.
It's
How'd they figure
very
out
expensive.
each of those days, and then you buy all those things, you know? And what are 6 geese laying? Is that like eggs? Are they laying eggs? I mean, you know, is it the literal meaning of the word laying? It's like, what does that mean? Maybe we shouldn't talk about that on this family-friendly channel. But, you know, it's a, yeah, I hope we all got 6 geese laying. Okay.
Yeah, Wombe's airport that was in the world update was Echo November Lima Kilo in LK.
Echo November Lima Kilo. That's the paid version, or that's the Microsoft built-in one, or is that in 24?
You know, I have the foggiest idea.
Yeah, let's check that out. Hey, maybe that's where we'll start for our rescues today. Here's a thought, you guys.
If I
We
go back
mentioned it
there, go to
Saturday,
here,
and we're just mentioning it today.
go
I've
to
talked
here.
in Discord. I've mentioned it to Mike, and then I mentioned it to Andrew before the stream started. Let's try doing, without Brian here to have, you know, a heart attack if it doesn't work, but let's try doing a group rescue. You want to do that, you guys? In 2024, group rescue. What do you think? We'll do that. Let's do that on the stream. Let's see how that goes anyway. And if it doesn't work so well, it's like, okay. And we'll let Brian know that we failed.
Yep.
And today I'm wearing the Say Intentions hat. I just put it back on and said, okay, if we're going to do Say Intentions stuff, I'm going to wear the hat. And we'll go try this group mission. I have no idea what to expect, honestly. And maybe, Mike, you can help us with that, right? And SRAP, there it is, the YouTube video link. Thanks for that. That's cool, thanks. And anyway, let's go. Let's sharpen up our helicopter skills and figure out where to go, right? So some people still don't know what this is, but we'll go to free flight. You'll pick whatever vehicle you want. If you pick a helicopter, you can do search and rescue. If you pick a fixed wing plane, you can do search only, but you can also do transport, any aircraft. You can do cargo, any aircraft. When I say transport, VIP, you know. And in my video I made that was published yesterday, it was a famous book author, Dr. So-and-so. And I mentioned it in the intercom to Andrea, my crew, in Say Intentions, and I said, you know, maybe we can go to the lounge afterwards and talk about the book. And it's interesting, she just took off with that theme and said, yeah, that's great, we'll meet you in the lounge. The Dr. So-and-so is very excited to talk with you about her new book. I was like, wow, they turned that right around. And you know it's you know it's AI, and you know that it's all generated on the fly. And it's just cool when you can, just like the mentors, right, Mike? It's cool when you can ask a question and you get all this wealth of knowledge. And that's really the power of AI, you guys. And that's what we're seeing going on here. Now, there is a recent announcement with AI. I mean, this is all in the same theme between Thursday and today. All this stuff with Say Intentions. And we've been following these guys and having them on stream since they invented the stuff. So, you know, we've been one of their longest standing supporters of this product because we saw the potential way back then. But there's an announcement just came through by email. I think you mentioned it, Mike. I've also mentioned it. Andrew and I both got an email on it, and Ace of Spades, because we're partners with Say Intentions. But they just acquired 2 other AI products that will help with the overall product features. And they're AI based also, right? Which is really cool. Oh, Srap, thanks for that. There it is. All right. And let's see how the viewer count goes with that to see what kind of interest there is. But I'll say this, you guys, I've already got a comment already about the fact that Beyond ATC offers traffic injection, but Say Intentions doesn't. So, you know, I don't know. I haven't tested the others. I'm not going to be able to afford to go and use them all. I still do or did have a Pilot Edge subscription that I used for years. Used VATSIM since it was first invented. So I've used quite a number of products. And once Say Intentions came on the market and I saw the potential, I haven't used the others. So, you know, I can't compare Beyond ATC to Say Intentions. If they were to give me a trial sample subscription and say, you know, and help me the same way that Say Intentions does, then I would have a look at it and do the comparison in a video or something, right? But, you know, competition is a healthy thing, everybody. Competition drives features. Competition drives the price down. Competition drives developers to keep their nose at the wheel. And this is a fact in any business. When we had the browser wars for years, Netscape, I'll go back, I'm old, I'll go back and show you guys. I've been in IT since 30 years. When Netscape first came out with a browser for the web, they were it. They invented the browser for the web. And they charged $180 for it. And that was how much the software cost to be able to browse the web. And we all bought in. It was like, oh, this is awesome. Until Microsoft came, and there's a bunch of others too. I'd say there was probably 12 major browsers you could get after that. But Microsoft came out with Internet Explorer for free. And now, up to that point, it was like, if one browser company made a new tab, we're used to tabs now, but that never used to be a feature. One company made tabs. Oh, Microsoft IE all of a sudden can do tabs. And one company made, another feature. So did that, and so, then Apple did too. So it was like competition kept the features rich, and dropped the price down to $0 for a browser. Now it's included in the operating system, and they got sued left and right for that. Netscape tried to sue Microsoft because now they offer a browser right in the operating system, so people don't want Netscape. Stuff like that happened, and it's because of competition. So if Say Intention is actually making people think twice about, should I really use Beyond ATC? Should I really still keep using Pilot Edge? Should I, and if the feature rich is there and the price is right, the balance will happen, and it also depends how long. If someone has prepaid for a year with another product, they're not going to they probably can't get a refund, so they're going to ride that out, and then they'll consider what the features look like when it comes there, right? Yeah, it's actually so true. And so this is actually healthy. So when I heard them say that in the YouTube video about, one of the comments was about, Beyond ATC injects traffic. I don't know how Say Intentions can justify their price. Okay, you made a comment. Doesn't mean I have to comment back, but you know what? We'll see how that goes. And, they invested a lot of money. All the companies do. And so they intend to make their product to be able to compete. So they'll figure it out. Yeah. 3 tabs for me right now: Forder, Hockey Game, and Canadian SAR page. Yeah, Rad, that is so cool that you do the SAR stuff. I really like to have you on as a guest and let you bring your photos. Bring your photos with you and show them and talk about that kind of career. And maybe some videos too, like whatever, and make this into a SAR evening where we can see what it's like in real life. That would be a really nice guest feature, and I'll make a special overlay for you and all the rest, right? Just to make that happen. That would be really cool. Yeah. Would be 4 if you have Allie still up. Yeah, Allie's on a long distance marathon, so we'll probably go and see her after this, you guys, and you guys can continue on into the evening with her. I would say she's probably, if I remember, Andrew, I think they're 5 hours ahead of us. So they're probably around 11:30. They're coming up on their midnight, right? In the UK, am I right? You're 1 hour ahead of me, and then they are another 4, right? As you go further across the pond, right? So we could have some of our streamers that we know, you guys, could be already celebrating. 3, 2, 1. But right now, where I am, it's 5:30 in the evening, and typical time that I come on streaming on Tuesday. And where Andrew is, it's 6:30 in the evening. Where is it where you are in chat, you guys? Both YouTube and Twitch chat. What time is it where you are in the world right now? And Ludwig, good to see you back again. How you doing? You're excited to see this group flight? Well, it's not just a group flight tonight. It's also going to be a rescue. We hope. We're going to see how it goes, right? Going to be a rescue. And it's 4303 where Mike is. That's minutes and seconds. Is that what that is, Mike? Minutes and seconds. And that makes sense. You're in Minneapolis, so you are an hour behind me. Andrew's an hour ahead of me. Strap is the same as me. If I remember, Strap, you were in New Jersey, New York, something like that. Somewhere around there. And take a look in Twitch chat, you guys. Rad is 1900 right now. Charlie 1630, which is same as Mike Audio. Yeah, okay. And Super Ty is 2226. Wow. Wait a minute. 2226. Oh, Zulu, right? 2226 Zulu. I was going to say 22 is like 1030. Yeah. Srap, Long Island, New York. Okay, I knew you were there somewhere, and I'm surprised that... No, you got the same time as me. You should be, yeah, same time zone. All the way down the eastern seaboard of the USA, right into Florida, where I am right now. We both, all the way up into Canada, where I live, we all have the same time zone, which is kind of amazing. Kind of amazing. All right, so I do have something I can use for this flight. I've got the Miltech CH-47D. I love this thing, and it's actually pretty stable here in 2024. Like the stock, the built-in plane helicopters here in 2024, some of them are really hard to control. Some of them are really hard to manage. And but this one, piece of cake. I'll take the Royal Canadian Air Force. Thank you very much. Being a Canadian myself. Show them where I am on the globe. Go to the end of North America, Rad, right? He says. Okay, we can do that. We just go like right here, like to the end of the globe. You're not up here, are you? St. John's International up here, CYYT, or are you over here? I think officially. No, it is over here. Yeah, I was thinking. What am I thinking? I was thinking Greenland up here. Yeah, okay. So Canadian, the most easterly, and isn't that where Stanley Park is down that way? Am I right? I could be wrong. What am I thinking? Oh, I know what I'm thinking, Andrew. That's why I'm so confused. So I was thinking Nova Scotia. That's what I was thinking. Because I thought this was the most easterly part, but I don't think it is. Like Cape Breton Island. Oh, over here. Is it called Cabot Trail? But that really isn't the most easterly part. The most easterly part really is over here. Is that what we're doing? CYYT. Yep, he's right. CYYT. Right there. Right there. Torbay, Loggy Bay, Middle Cove, Outer Cove. Hey, we should do a rescue over here. What do you think, you guys? What do you think? What do you think? All right, Rad, that's cool. And Srap is just below you in milder climes. Srap is, I guess it's not just below. I guess it's way over. Look at the difference. Way over here. Look at the difference. You know, people don't realize how wide Canada is, right? It's wider over here. Like there's Vancouver Island. It's wider way over here. And it's wider way over here. And how many time zones do we have? Something like 5.5 time zones. It's a wide country. Yeah. And no, everybody, it's not going to be the 51st state for all the jokes that have been flying around. And that'll never happen. But anyway, that's a long way to go. So maybe we can start there. What do you think, Rad? You come with us, Rad? You going to come fly? Come fly with us. And those who are in YouTube chat right now, say hello if you haven't said hello yet. I see Leor says 2:30 p.m. 2:30 in the afternoon. That's cool. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Bring your friends. And we won't be here all evening. We won't be here through till midnight. I'm finishing normal time on Tuesday. We finish around 7 p.m. My time here. It's 5:30 now. So we'll go and spend a couple hours, and then we will raid probably Ali or someone who's already running. We got lots of people running right now. Burstix is running. I think 757 Spies running. I mean, all our friends are running tonight, and some of them will go right into their own midnight. We won't be doing that. We'll just be finishing in a couple of hours. Andrew can't speak until the next year. There you go, Andrew. And Super Die. Yeah. Andrew's talking, but nothing coming out. No, it's all right. Speak, Andrew. You're right. Nothing's coming out. So I say speak, Andrew. He should have said, woof, woof.
How about now? How
That's
about now?
better. Yeah, that's better. What'd you do?
Unmuted my mic.
That's a good idea. It always helps, right? You have to go run an errand and hope to be back to catch the rescue. Okay, Charlie. Is anything open right now? Man, I went to the post office today. They closed at noon. It's like, what? You know? I know. So there is a younger generation right now that are saying to me, What is a post office? I am serious. This is actually something that shocked me, but when you think about it, we send emails to each other. We send attachments. We upload stuff. We use Dropbox. I mean, you send things instantly to other people. I FaceTime with my son in England. I mean, why do you need to mail anything anymore? There is a whole generation who have never mailed a postcard. They've never mailed a letter. They've never put a stamp on a letter. They don't know what that is. And if you say to them, like, take this to the post office and send it off, they go like, can you come with me and show me the first time? I have no idea what you just said. And it's like, wow, it's like that was the only way to do stuff in the old days. And we're moving on, It's just like all the industries, you guys. And here we are going into 2025, if you think about that. This is something they used to make sci-fi movies about. In the year 2025, we'll be like the Jetsons. Well, we're getting there. There's a lot of electric kind of drone vehicles now, single-person vehicles even. There's a drone delivery going on. There's electric cars that are autonomous completely. So, yeah, we're moving into the future. It's here. But we're not the Jetsons, right? If you have anybody, and again, I'm showing my age. I mean, there's a whole generation who has no idea what the Jetsons are. I get it. I do get it. I've got grandchildren. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so Andrew can speak now because he has a microphone. So what were you trying to say, Andrew?
Just that the easternmost point in North America is actually Cape Spear in the island of Newfoundland.
Cape Spear. Well, we're in Newfoundland here, right? So Cape Spear. Oh, I see. Cape Spear should be right.
It's the little white dot right on the edge.
Right there? No.
Yep.
Ocean Sciences Center?
No. Go down. Further south.
Down further. It's even further out. Okay. Here. Cabot Tower. That's going in. Oh,
down
here.
Down.
Cape Spear Lighthouse, National Historic Site. Look at that. And they got one road going to it.
It doesn't. You cannot get any further east on the North American continent than that point right there.
Wow, look at the visitor center here. Yeah. I bet you there's some rescues that need to be done here. What do you think, guys? Actually, that's not a place where we can spawn in, though. Wow, there's not even a heliport. There's not even an airport.
Well, no, you spawn in at CYYT.
Right.
Over at St. John International.
I know, but I mean, like, you think there'd be some kind of remote. Maybe that's here. Or maybe that's a planetarium. But you'd think there'd be something, Wow, it's so remote. I mean, wow. All right, so we would have to spawn in somewhere up here. St. Thomas Anglican, Cabot Tower, I've heard of that. There's a Health Sciences Center right there, CCK2. But we'll also, because some of you will be in airplanes, so let's start up here. St. John's International. There's two St. John that you'll find. This one's St. John 'S CYYT. Let's go here. And let's rock and roll. I'm going to just start here so I don't have to start everything up. So CYYT, everybody. 5 miles away. Okay, it's only 5 miles away. That's right. 5 miles? That looks like a lot more ground than that. 5 miles from the heliport, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But, certainly not 5 miles from down here. Where did we go? Down here. Is that 5 miles like that? But anyway, this is what we want to go check out. Cape Spear. Let's do that, you guys. We'll land it there. But, we'll get our mission. I guess we could even land here and get a mission. I guess you can get a mission anywhere, right, Mike? And Mike, if you want to come on audio too, because you're going to help us out here, because Say Intentions very well. You've been ringing it out. I'm going to start there. Oh, I didn't check the time, so it's going to be nighttime, right? Do not use live weather. Okay. Is it bad? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I get a mission anywhere. Yeah. Unless you like freezing fog. No. Does it count, Rad, that I had to drive through a rainstorm today?
No.
In my shorts and tees after I finished golf? Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Andrew's here already. Okay. Strap's here already. You guys beat me to it. Let's see. We don't want to do a night flight. We'll get enough of those in the missions. La, la, la. I got 11:21. So, let's aim for somewhere around noon. Maybe like there, around noon. Let's do noon, everybody. And I think I'm on like normal skies. Or I could even put in a few clouds, right? And I'm in the CH-47D Chinook. This is the one I used in the video. Yeah, I like this thing.
Well, that's interesting.
There was one of these sitting right beside our tent at Sun and Fun. Wow, what a mess. And every air show I've been to, there's one of these hanging around with that same livery on it. I'll be at Sun and Fun again this year, you guys. If you'd like to volunteer, you'll get in free. We'd like you to volunteer at least for 2 days, and then you're free for all the rest of the days. You can stay there all you want. They do have camping on site. I'll be camping in a tent at Sun and Fun, which will be at the beginning of April this year. And I'm a supervisor there on Foxtrot Taxiway and the Warbird ramp. And I'm also the primary trainer for their online training, so I'll be working on that when I have spare time, right? You know what I mean? And so if you guys want to volunteer, let me know, and I'll send you to a website to put your name in, and we'll gladly have you on board, bring you in for training. And you get to stay the whole week at Sun and Fun for free. Do whatever you want when you're not volunteering. And get up and close to things like this, you guys. Okay. There's the link for Say Intentions. That's timely. That just worked out okay. And that'll give you a discount. There is the one-time fee for Entourage, and then there's, if you want to get this stuff, SkyOps and all the rest of the cool stuff here, and you want to get ATC in 15 languages and VFR and IFR, then you should opt for the premium, which is $14.95 a month. That's super cheap, you guys, and but you'd have to prepay for a year at a time. That's pretty cool. And they brought that price down as, the economies of scale, you guys. As you make more of a product or have more subscribers to a product, then you can bring it down cheaper, and that's pretty cool. JJ, what's happening? Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for that. We hope it is. What's everybody doing on New Year's Day? Tell us in chat while we're collecting here. What are you doing on New Year's Day? Might be interesting. Could be nothing. I do want to mention, you guys, this has been Say Intentions Week for us here at ForderLearnToFly. Brian has agreed to send me a bunch of these. These are the IFR cheat sheet, front and back, laminated, colored, and the VFR cheat sheet, laminated, colored, front and back. And I'll be giving them away starting with the new year. So this Thursday is our first stream in the new year. It's typically our cockpit chatter on Twitch, and we typically talk about anything aviation, anything new, any updates. We've got a few. There's a lot of updates been happening, and we'll talk about one tonight before we get flying here. And I'll be giving these away, and I'll have to mail them to you. So, if you really like those, I'm finding them invaluable. I know how to talk on ATC, both IFR and VFR, and I'm finding that it's great to have it here as a nudge on proper phraseology. Awesome, you guys. That's pretty cool. And very well done. I like what they've done here. And I've done a similar kind of thing, but not as elaborate as this. So I'm glad. And Brian's going to send me a bunch, and I'll be able to give them away at different streams. You guys are going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Full support from Say Intentions. I tell you, they're great. They're great. Okay, so let's fire up the Say Intentions. So let me just, Mike, do you want to come on audio, or do you want to just type the odd thing in chat? Let me know your intentions for Say Intentions. I'd like to try the group rescue. Give us a hint what we need to do. I'm going to presume we all open up the client and we click on the same frequency, maybe, or we're all on the intercom. How do we join in the same rescue?
Everybody tunes to 124.24, and you have to be within 50 miles of the primary.
Okay.
Then the primary pilot turns his radio to 122.11, which is the SkyOps. And then everybody else is added to automatically, and then you fly the mission. And 124.24 is pilot to pilot.
All right, so all that sounds great. Is that on a website somewhere where I can see it in front of my face?
Give me 2 seconds.
And Rad says, supper at my brother's house. He just came home from offshore work 2 weeks early. Has to redeploy
Okay.
to Egypt. To Egypt? He was just in offshore work and then he heads off to Egypt. 2 different worlds, right? One's very wet and the other one's very dry. Need link. Okay. Here we go. Mike's got it. Mike beat you to it, Srap. Dun, 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 dun. You know. There's the fact. Okay. Does it talk about group? Yeah. If you're equipped for rescue, call sign, career mode. Right here. Ta-da. And a helicopter is great for rescue. You guys can also fly fixed wing. You can spot the victims and report them. Missions with friends. Okay, here we go. This is what you're talking about, Andrew, right? So I'm going to suggest to everybody that you press new flight to start with, just in case you've still got some residual. I know we all started the client up fresh, but let's see. New flight. And that way, at least there's no residual from some other flight. Must tune one of our radios and be within 50 miles of the primary. So I'll pick up the mission, you guys. So we got all be within 50 miles. Well, just all jump on the airport. I don't see anybody coming in and out of here. We're not bothering anyone. Primary pilot tunes his other radio, COM2, to 122.11, which is the SkyOps dispatcher, and picks up the mission. Okay, so we'll do that. The other pilots are now added to the mission automatically. Well, that's cool. Then fly it as we approach the site. Coordinate which one of you will handle the deployment and rescue. Well, that's cool. One person should take that role. How do you, I guess you just coordinate like off mic? We coordinate? Communication on 12424 is pilot to pilot and you can coordinate there. Okay. Bit of a delay. If you want faster communication or to free up a radio channel, utilize the voice channels in the Say Intentions Discord. That's cool. We have our own too. Once a mission is generated, you do not have to stay on 12424. So Rad, you're mentioning he's an oil rig manager. The guy in Egypt and his family were just struck by a car. No. Going on the oil rig as his replacement. No kidding. What an interesting life, yeah. So, Mike, let's all tune 12424. 124, 124, 12424. Is it up here? Can we click it? We can't click it. Gotta have a way to tune it. All right, what if I pick COM2? Gotta do it inside the plane. The radios in this helicopter are nuts. Okay. If I could even find them. The views in here, you guys, are crazy. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do the views. You know, this is one thing that I'm hoping all the developers will address. In 2020, it came with a stock Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, Control 4, and we could go to different views. And that was part of my lessons every Tuesday, was showing the different views. I'm not quite sure.
Radio check 2, 3.
Not quite sure where my comm radio is in this thing. Oh, maybe I'll just put on one of the GPSs. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's put on one of the GPSs. That'll be easier to work with. Config maybe? Yeah. All right, so what do we want? GTN 750, maybe portable GPS at the console at the glare shield. Let's do that. All right, and then what accessories have we got here? Skis, we got skis. Is that cool or what? Huh? Didn't realize that. Engine particle separator. Nah, we're not on sand. Cool. I didn't know we had skis. That's nice. All right, let's close that. We should have ourselves a GPS right here, and I could tune that as a radio. Might only give me COM 1 though, right? Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be using this. It was easy to move around here on the other one. I can only get that far in. Wow. Oh, maybe I can pop it out. Yeah, it popped out to a screen I don't have anymore. I've sent my Flight Sim Builder screens to... It's going to be sent to Flight Sim Builder, so they're not here in the studio now. I just popped it out and it went to another screen somewhere. Okie dokie. Looks like it might be... Don't know where it is. Those are applications. Those aren't screens. Alright, I might have trouble even tuning anything, you guys. Unless I can click on it, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Oh, Windows Shift and arrow key. Okay. Ah, there it is. No, that's not it. Windows Shift. Well, that moves the sim around. Okay. Now what do we do? Yowzer. Double click it. Well, that messed everything up. Okay then. Who knows what to do now? Double click when pop-out is active. Yeah. So, my G1000 dials are gone. My 530 dials are gone. My hardware's gone. And now my sim's gone too. All right. How do I make my sim full screen again? Like that. Nope. Okay, Mike, I took your advice. Alt-Enter, maybe? There we go. Alt-Enter, and maybe F11, maybe. Maybe like that. Maybe Alt-Enter. Okay, I'm back to normal. And I still can't tune a frequency if my life depended on it. COM radios. There's a moving map. Yeah, I'm gonna try a different something else. Anything else. I mean, I gotta be able to do this, you guys. So we can't do two frequencies here with this setup. It's too bad. You know, it's really too bad. I mean, where are the COM radios? Right here? Maybe? They look like they're usable. 022500. Maybe not. And there's no view that'll get me there. Anybody know any other views? That's nuts. I never had to before. I just picked a frequency from the list. Maybe even right here, right? Alright, I'm not using this baby. It's too bad. It's a nice helicopter. Alright. End flight. I'll be back. I'll be back with something else, right? Spirit Island, Maline Lake. Yeah, that was the background there. Yeah, that's in... is that the one in Alberta? Jasper, maybe? H125, it has two radios. Okay, Mike.
5x5.
Let's do that. Not as stable as the Chinook, but we'll use it. I can fly it.
Radio check, radio check.
So we're hearing only one side of you, Andrew. So you're getting a reply?
Yep.
Sounds great.
Thank you. I'm assuming it's either Mike or Srap,
What's that?
person I'm talking to on 12424.
That's too bad we can't hear your audio because it's a one-sided conversation, right?
Oh, yeah. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're going to find that, Mike, when you hear him on your live mic and when you hear him on stream, because stream is going to be delayed, right? And I keep forgetting to change the time, you guys.
So, Mike, can you say something else again just to see if it carries through onto the stream?
That's not what I picked for my livery. Oh well. Looks like avionics is on. Mike, what's going on here? All my dials are dim on the stock H125. You believe that? All right, 2 radios right
Yeah.
here.
Mike, you wouldn't because he's on his own screen. He's not on mine. So
If I click it, I should be able to do something with it. Here's the map. Com radio. I presume this is the standby. All right, this will be com 1, but that's it, right? Well, we should have tested this ahead of time. Why don't you just jump into a 172 and just do things normally? First knob up top, 1 click to the right.
yeah, your COM2 radio is down below.
1215. Okay, I see. All right, so this one is here, and I should be able to click COM1 here and change it. I'm going to try something here. There we go. I can change it with my Octavie. My little hardware device I'm going to be testing, you guys. I can use that. All right. Mamma mia. All right, so I'll use this one here for my COM2. So I'm going to click COM2 and be able to switch that. Beautiful. All right, I got 2 frequencies here. All right, so 124, you guys, is that it? I'm not reading anything. 124.
For 12424. And then if you're going to be the contact with ops, then you change that to 122.11, and then you can come back to 2224. Because in 2224, we can talk amongst ourselves.
2224?
Yep. 124.24.
Oh, that's 2424, not 2224. Okay. So 24,
yeah, no, 24, and then to pick up the mission, you go to 2211.
Yeah, I get that. Which radio are you using, Mike? For hey, Bomber, just to say hi. Which radio are you using for the 12424? I'm going to do the same exact as you guys. So is it on COM2 and you leave it there?
You can if you want to.
Okay, so I get it, Mike, but we want to be the same configuration. So are you on COM2 or COM1?
I'm on 1.
All right. So
doesn't matter where you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, it
where
does, because then we got to know which channel to talk to. So, you guys, what's the recommendation? I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to read it because you guys are confusing me. All right. So all participants on one of the radios there. Then 1211. Yep, I get it. 2211. The pilots are now there. Fly the mission as you approach. Communicate on 124 pilot to pilot. You coordinate there. So we just have to know which channel. I'm going to use pilot to pilot on COM2 like in real life. That's what I'll do. So it's on COM2. Now I just have to figure out how to switch it over here. Maybe push to move it? No, who knows? Com, mem, ICBS, function, clear, enter maybe. Enter? No. What's over here? Boom. What's over here? Boom. Maybe it's behind here. Oh, it's back behind the knob right there. Hey! Man, whoever thought something like that would be hard to do. Okay. So this one, COM1 now, can be a clickable. So right inside, say intentions, you guys, we could just click on the SkyOps frequency, and it should plop it right into COM1. 122.11. Look at that. So the only thing I need to figure out, because I'm playing with an airplane, or I'm playing with an aircraft I'm not used to using, is the audio panel, which is right here. And I got to make sure, you can't even zoom into these things. I got to make sure that we've got COM2 to talk on. So I'm going to talk on both. No, I want to talk on that one only. And receive on that one. So COM2 is you guys, right? Radio check on intercom to you guys. See what happens. If it isn't organized, then we're
Twin Otter Foxtrot Lima Tango. Foxtrot SkyOps. Sounds great from here.
Aha! That went to SkyOps. I thought that said COM2. I'm guessing that says COM2. How did it transmit on COM1? Is this mic here? Anybody read this stuff? I can't read it. It's too small. Mic 1, mic 2. Oh, I'm transmitting on both. That's it. All right, so the top one is receive on both. Bottom one is transmit. Okay, this should be transmit to my friends only. Hopefully. You guys have to say something.
Message received. Transmitting to your friends only.
Radio check to ForderLearnToFly. Radio check to ForderLearnToFly.
Perfect, Andrew, perfect. 5 by 5. So Andrew and I can hear each other in Zoom immediately. And then we're
Read that
also
correct?
Hear you 5 by 5.
Mike says hear you 5 by 5. Cool. So the three of us are connected. Now, you guys, as many of you can jump in as you want. You want to tune 124, 240 and be on the same channel as Andrew and Mike and I, then let's do it. All right? Jump in as many as you want. Okay? Now, SkyOps is on 12210 or 11, and that's the normal frequency you see right here, and I've got that on my COM1 up here. So all I got to do to talk to them is simply change my, and I'll still leave it on person to person so you guys can hear me actually do that. I mean, so you guys are hearing me do it on stream, but you can hear me over the radio the same time that Say Intentions will hear me over the radio. So I can go here, and then when I press my microphone button, oh, you can't do both? Yeah, there we go. So now it'll transmit on both COM1 and 2, and we'll hear both COM1 and COM2. What I do want to change, though, I noticed it called me a Twin Otter, because that's what I did last in the video for YouTube, was a Twin Otter, the one I moved over from 2020. So now we are Medevac. Medevac 1. There we go. And I found if I put in FLTF, which is ForderLearnToFly, they actually said Twin Otter FLTF. So they don't phonetically spread it out. So all right, Medevac. This is the short form. Medevac 1. Done. Boom. Okay, so let's go 12211, and let's have a quick look out on the field. Who we got? There's me, and there's nobody else. There's Strap, I see over there. Probably that's where the rest of you are. Mic Audio's over there. Okay, we can get together, but for now we'll just do the call. All right, let's call SkyOps, and let's see how that goes. SkyOps dispatcher, this is Medevac 1, requesting a new search and rescue mission. Let's see what happens.
Hold on while I check the mission queue. I'll get back to you in 1 to 2 minutes.
Alrighty then. And you guys heard that on the intercom, right? Probably delayed. You heard it on stream when I announced it, but then you also heard it delayed into your ears, right? Right, Mike? Right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Super duper. Bring my chat back over. Yeah, that's it, Mike. Got it. Oh, I see. You've been telling me it's out of my camera angle view. Thanks for that. Here come the sirens. Look out! We do, we do. You mean the sirens to come and pick me up, Mike? Or you mean the sirens in the sim? I'm going to turn that down a bit. It's a bit alarming, isn't it? The alert for the mission. Yeah, okay, I knew that. I'm just kidding. You know, I've heard the helicopters over my house.
Medevac 1,
so they know
a new
I'm
task
here.
has come in, and your crew's expertise would make all the difference. Pilot, we have an urgent mission. A small aircraft with one occupant, Dennis, crashed off the coast. The St. John's Health Sciences Center, IKO, CCK22, has been notified and is fully prepared to receive the patient.
We know where that is.
Proceed to the listed coordinates and locate the wreckage. Assess Dennis's condition on scene for immediate medevac. Maintain communication with Andrea and Patrick for medical triage. Provide updates as soon as possible. 36 kilometers southeast of the airport, rough heading is 125, located about latitude 47.50 and longitude -52.30. We're sending your crew over now. You can expect to be airborne in a few minutes. Happy New Year.
That's cool. Happy New Year at the end. Are you kidding me? That's great. So we know the St. John's Health Center. We
Hi,
saw
sir.
that.
Good to see you. I'm Andrea, your rescue specialist, and this is our medic, Patrick. We're getting everything ready. Hang tight for a moment.
Thanks, Andrea. Good to see you back again. We've got Andrea back, and that's in the video
Good
from
to see
yesterday.
you too, Howard. Last mission to Vancouver was quite the ride.
It was quite the ride, considering that I didn't approach properly. But the good doctor was still good. Anyway, we're all set. Maybe I can even come over where you guys are, and we'll head out together as a group. Anyone else want to group fly with us? You can certainly do that. We're on Southeast Asia server in 2024. Come fly with us. You can tag
Hey,
along.
sir. Patrick is ready, and so am I. Let's get moving.
Super, Andrea. We'll just group up with the rest of the team. We've got a few other aircraft with us today, and we'll go head out together. And I'll move that out of the way.
Copy that,
guys.
Howard? Ready when you are.
Right on. You guys are over here somewhere. I think, Mike, you said you're in the H-125
Howard
also.
40, you're not clear for takeoff.
That's true. Was that you, Mike? I'm just regrouping. That is true, right? And you should actually call the tower to say you're going out on a medevac.
Yes, that was me.
I thought that was your voice. It's like, wait a minute, that ATC guy sounds familiar. That's Mike, you guys, the same Mike you see in chat. It wasn't cleared. And so we haven't actually talked to a tower, you guys. We're just heading out by the dispatcher. Look at this. It's the battle of the H-125s. Dun, dun, dun.
At our 3 o'clock, about 2 kilometers away,
Oh my
you'll
gosh.
see Airport Heights Park. This park is a lovely natural area that offers stunning views of the city and the surrounding landscape.
Is that me
It was
tuned in?
developed as a recreational space for the community, and it's a favorite spot for locals to enjoy outdoor activities like walking, jogging, and picnicking. The park is also known for its beautiful walking trails that wind through lush greenery, making it a perfect escape from the urban hustle. If you look closely, you might even spot some wildlife. It's a great place for families and nature lovers alike. So, if you're ever in the area and want to stretch your legs, this park is definitely worth a visit.
Definitely worth the visit. All right, I'm going to just kind of hover here until everybody's ready. What are you flying, Andrew? Let's move over to
Otter.
Andrew's screen. What are you flying? The Otter?
Twin Otter.
The Twin Otter, nice. Sweet. And Mike, are you sending anything to me? No, you're not. Okay. Look at this. I'm just sitting here hovering and I start sinking like a rock. Like a rock, I tell you. All right, let me just see if I can find you guys. You're here somewhere. Or did you guys already head out? Andrew's over there on the runway. I saw you
Not
ahead
quite.
of me, Mike, and then where'd you go?
Not quite on the runway, but almost.
Andrew's there. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking around to try and find our boy Mike. So this is roughly around this area. We're heading out this away. And there's the Sciences Center right there where we're going to be bringing them back, sort of ahead of me there. Let me just see if I can find Mike here. Where are you, Mike? Right, and I'll look on the EFB in a minute here, but I just want to... There's Andrew. There's Strap. Okay, Strap's with us. That's cool. And looks like he's got a fixed wing also. You guys will be able to go ahead and find the victim and report to us, all right? And then we can bring in the choppers and pick them up. This is not career mode, you guys. This is Say Intentions SkyOps missions. And if you'd like a brief on that, then you can certainly tune into the YouTube video from yesterday that we published, the ForderLearnToFly, and you can get an idea what it's all about. And today we're trying to do this group rescue. We're not quite sure what we're doing, and we're learning, and that's what it's all about. A lot of fun. There's Rap getting out to the runway, and I should stay away from the runway. Just come back a bit, Howard. I'll just put her down right here for now. Strap's ready to go on the runway. Andrew's ready. If you guys want to take off and head in that direction, there's Mike up ahead. And here we go. A 4-person team, and we're all on the same frequencies. If I could put this down, then I could operate my radio. I tell you, it's all hands on deck here. Yeah. Once you look at that console, I think I can hover there for a while. Let's try to hover there. Let's announce. Is this the mic again? I think that's the mic. There we go. Okay, I'm still there. Good. All right, now I can actually talk to you guys without transmitting to SkyOps. Okay, team, let's move out. Let's go find this victim, and Andrew, Mike and I will come in with the choppers to pick them up. Now I announced that on COM 2.
Andrew, possible pilot deviation. Please advise when ready to copy a number.
We haven't talked to Tower at all. We're getting a phone number already. Yeah, 125. Okay, let's just follow the airplanes, Mike. Let's just follow the airplanes. Are you talking full ATC, Mike, on yours? We should probably do that. That's kind of funny. Wouldn't be my first pilot deviation in the sim. All right, so I'm talking on COM 2. All right. Radio check on COM 2. Make sure we're all together, guys. Radio check on COM 2 to make sure we're all together, guys. Push the wrong button.
Medevac 1, sounds great from here.
How about you, Andrew? Did you hear it?
Twin Otter Alpha Juliet Sierra, confirm. We're at 5x5.
Look at the example here, you guys. As soon as you look inside at the console.
Twin Otter Alpha Juliet Sierra, confirm. We're at 5x5.
As soon as you get your head in the cockpit like that. Oh, what's that? Repeat? Oh, it's on repeat. Oh. Okay, there we go. As soon as you put your head in the cockpit like this, your flying can go just completely bizarre. Look. Well, I'm still steady. That's why you don't keep your head in the cockpit, right? Am I anywhere near where I'm supposed to be? I don't think so. 125. Maybe Andrew's up ahead. Maybe he's over that way. Oh, okay, let me come back. Are we actually flying faster than him, Mike? Is that even possible? There's a church. I thought I saw you over here. There you are. Follow him. And there's the science center. We're going to come back here and drop the patient off, you guys. Hey, Andrew, you guys okay back there?
All good, Howard. Just like our Vancouver mission.
Ha! That's cool. They remember stuff, right? That's pretty neat. So, Andrea, we've got Andrew and Mike, both on comms. They're going to help us find the victim. Say hi to them.
Hi, Andrew. Hi, Mike. Ready to assist.
Well, is that cool or what? It's almost like a person back there. It actually starts to feel like it after a while, you guys, some of the stuff they come out with. So one thing that didn't make it to the video, one of the missions I did...
Thanks, Andrew. I hope you're buckled in.
One of the missions I did, Andrew said, is if there's anything I can get for you, Howard, let me know. And I thought, so I put on the microphone and I said, Andrea, if you've got a spare moment, can you bring me a Diet Coke? She comes back and she says, I'll get that Diet Coke for you in a minute, Howard. It's like, is there a person back there? Andrew's this way. All right, pay attention, Howard. Pay attention. You see, when I'm not on a live stream, I can focus. I'm all over the place. Where are you, Mike? Don't follow me. There's Srap. I see him over there. It's really quiet, eh? It's really quiet. So, Rad, you know this area. How is it looking for you as far as the scenery goes? What do you think of it? I'm sure you've flown through here now, right? You can see your house. Well, I guess that's a testament of good scenery then. I can see my house. Look, there's Mom and Dad. Hey! Oh, I'm all over the place here. Let's see. St. Thomas Anglican Church. Must be beautiful. And why would it be a POI? It must be really well built, old, you know, old. Yeah. Cool. They are landmarks. I mean, they're VFR landmarks, you guys. This looks very familiar. Is this a special hill up here where you can watch all the ships come in, and is there a trail on it? No, I'm thinking of something else. I think I'm thinking of Nova Scotia, St. John. Is it St. John, Nova Scotia? Andy?
No.
What is
It's St. John's, Newfoundland, and
Yes.
St. John, no, New Brunswick.
New Brunswick, okay. Well, I knew the other one was St. John without the S.
Yeah.
But there's a hill like this, and I might even be thinking of Halifax Harbor, but there was a hill like this where I went up and did the trail after work and watched the ships come in. It was just pretty cool. Anyway, I think Andrew's over this way. Fireworks scheduled for tonight. Cancelled. Fog. Yep. Look where Mike is and Andrew. So now, I'll show you guys. Look, all of them are there. Srap's there. They're all there going, Howard, aren't you primary on this mission? And Happy New Year from Germany. From the Eiffel, Germany. Is it Eiffel? What does that mean? I know there's an Eiffel Tower in France, but I know nothing about Germany, right?
Hey, Chris.
It's good to
Happy
see you,
New
Chris.
Year.
It's been a long time. Hey, you been all right? It's been a long time. That's the region, okay. Cape Spear is 90 right. Okay. Right over that way. Yeah. All right, so I want to show you guys the tab key. When you hit the tab key, you get the tablet. In the tablet, you will find where you have to go. There's our 3 helpers, and look how far out we're going. Way out here. Ooh, way out there. There's where the victim is. So this really helps a lot using this. I've done 2 missions where I didn't use the tab, so I could just, and I focused. I wasn't on stream messing around like I am now, but I focused on direction. I focused on miles. I used Little Nav Map to figure my distance, and I actually found it. And that's more fun. Here it's like, okay, just aim for this cluster and you're good. And when you come back, drop them off at this cluster and you're good. So that's what I would recommend for beginners playing with this feature. But I would say you want a real challenge, do it more like real life, where you don't actually have these things. You could say, okay, well, you've got a crew with you. They mark them on your moving map, so you know that's why they're there. You could do it like that. All right, I'm going to put the pedal to the metal. My handle is Firewall, so I better live up to my name. Give it lots of trim to go forward, and let's get the speed up here and catch up with these guys. Life was happening and took me offline for quite a bit. Yeah, we missed you. Glad you come back though, and you guys, and I always encourage everybody, if you can't tune in for time reasons, family reasons, money reasons, no worries, but drop in sooner or later, even if it's just to say hi. It's nice to hear what people are doing. Short hop for Cougar helicopters. They have 2 dedicated helicopters for SAR, EH-101 and a Bell Jet Ranger. Cool. Yeah, Hunkaz, I've been using it always since day one, even with the technical preview. Maybe we're not using it to the extent that some of you are using. The hardest core simmers might find fault. I don't know. What we use it for is working just fine. The moving map part works. We can measure distances. We can look up frequencies. It all works, and I never found fault with it. But what I'm learning from looking at Facebook posts and stuff like that is that some of the things that are working great for us, we're not utilizing to the fullest, where others are finding the idiosyncrasies that are wrong. So I don't know. It's worked fine for us from day one for what we're doing, right? So Chris says I'm the lucky owner of an MSFS 24 now as well. And there's lots of people who are, threatening getting a refund, and I'm going to talk to Microsoft about this, and, good luck with that. And I'm saying to everybody, 2020 will run out. They can't support it forever. So if you own it, you don't need to get a refund. You just need to set it aside, let your blood pressure calm down, go fly 2020 for the next, who knows, couple months, and revisit it. Leave it on your machine. It only takes up 16 gigabytes, and come back and revisit it and just say, how is it now? We're way out in the water. We better not have an engine failure. And straps in the 172 cargo. And that way, you don't need a refund. You're going to love it eventually, and you're going to move to it eventually, right? So, they get all dramatic on the Facebook posts. I'm going to, this
Rescue
garbage
2
needs
from
a
Search
refund. It's
1.
like, yeah, okay.
Mike, do you copy?
I was on board with 2020 from day one as well. Yeah,
Rescue 2 from Search 1. Mike, do you copy?
I was on board in 2020 from day one. Yeah, we know, Chris. You were one of the original
I copy you.
visitors here on the stream. It was just awesome. And
Yeah,
it's nice of you to come
your
back.
tag
It's been 5
disappeared.
years now. 4.5 maybe? 5 years since I've been streaming.
Yeah, your tag disappeared.
I see him. All right, you two aircraft up ahead, Srap and Andrew. You
I
see
can verify I'm
anything?
alive and well.
I just had Mr. Murphy tell me he can see debris in the water, so keep an eye out.
Debris in the water. All right.
I just had Mr. Murphy tell me he can see debris in the water, so keep an eye out.
So you guys take a look at the clusters here.
We've got a report of debris in the water.
The clusters here, that's the debris in the water. And both airplanes are there. Maybe even Mike's there too. He just put the pedal to the metal.
Captain Forder, I'd like to report I see our distressed victim.
Yeehaw! How do we respond to that, Mike? Okay, I'll just type in, I'll just write in, I'll just say, thanks for the report. Glad you have a sighting. I'll be there in a minute. Maybe we should talk to SkyOps dispatcher, maybe. Tell them we got them in sight. All right. SkyOps dispatcher, this is Medevac 1. We have the victim in sight. I'm just not there yet. Yeah. Almost.
Copy that. Proceed with the rescue operation. Happy New Year.
Throws a Happy New Year in there every time. It won't be for the victims. So, in the group part of it, Mike, maybe you want to comment on that. In the group part of it, so you guys spot it ahead of time. I can see on the map where you guys are. What other interaction?
I
other than
have
just
I have
talking?
flares.
Oh wow, cool. Let's go look at Andrew's screen.
Our victim has already started his New Year celebration as throwing flares in the air. I have flares.
So Mike, or Andrew, I'm watching your screen. Just want to see the flares popping up. Maybe outside view. Oh yeah, I see two red. Yeah, something in the blue. Is that up in the sky? Or is that?
Well, it's down. It's in the sky. It's down low. It's more over where Mike's at.
You know, the two missions I recorded for YouTube didn't have flares at all, and I was surprised. So I wonder if somehow I've turned them off, because I still don't have flares either. All right, so I'll go to. Man, I can't hold this steady with my left hand. All right, I'll go to the team on COM2, and I'll say, Mike, if you could hover just above the victim, and I'll come in where you are. Strap says, I have flares. Oh, I see one. Okay, I do see flares. There we go. The two missions that I did, on YouTube that either mission had flares. It was tougher to find the person without flares. This is actually way too focused on the helicopter. I got to get back out a little further.
Copy that. I'm right above them.
He's right above them. That's cool. So what you're hearing, you guys, is Mike and Andrew and I are on COM2 like we set up, and that's what you're hearing, is that we're talking through Say Intentions on COM2. Well, mine's COM2, whatever channel they're using, but we're all on the same frequency for pilot to pilot, and that you can use anytime. That's pilot to pilot frequency.
Better make it quick. This is the most stable hover I've ever had.
I gotta find you. There's a flare. I guess you're underneath me. I don't know. Yeah, there you are. No wonder I can't find you. Okay, I'm coming down. It's hard, you guys, when you're over water, especially calm water. And I had this trouble when I did a boat rescue at the start of the video yesterday. Doing a boat rescue, I had no idea how soon I would smack on the water. And that's real. Like in real life, that's the same problem. Oh, there we go. Hello, Mike. I found it. Came right through him. That wasn't good. Pay attention. Stop talking. Okay, so I guess we're near the water. And what you can do from here, if I don't hit the water... Oh, I hit the water, see? You can't tell, you guys. I guess you get down close where there's ripples, maybe.
Let's report a possible bogey. It just clipped my wing.
Yeah, that pop-up bogey was me. Alright, I see the flare over this way. I think. What you can do, you guys, is you can zoom in here just to see where the cluster is. Over this way. I guess it's to my right. I guess. I don't know how you're seeing stuff. I mean, I was down on the water. Now I've pulled back up into a hover and I still can't see anything. Huh. I'm going to back up a bit. What's my altitude? Alright. What are you seeing, Mike? Are you seeing it? What does it look like? Should be right there. I should be right over top of it.
If you take a look at my screen, Howard, you can see what it looks like. That might help.
Okay, you're sending your screen over? Nice. Debris in the water. Look at you. Is that your stable hover? Wow, look at you. There you are. I see you down there. Okay. I'll move over to SkyOps. So you'd have Andrew at 1500 as a comms platform. One heli searching at 1000, the other at 500. So rad, this would be great to know before we started, but that's a great idea. See? Real life stuff, you guys. That's what we would do. Right, I'm going to come down on top of Mike. Oh, look at it. I'm going to clip him again. All right. That's a great idea.
Now watch out for that guy with the flare gun. He keeps shooting them at me.
I'm exactly at 500 right now.
So that's cool. Did you know, Mike, that like what Rad said? Did you know that's the way they do it? That's awesome to hear that. That's the plan. All right, I'm 200 feet above the water. I don't want to go much lower. I'll touch the water. I see the ripples already. So from the helicopter, well, I'm trying to focus on the radios, but from the helicopter...
No, I just lucked up and got it right.
You're up there at 500. I'm sitting at 210. And, you know, it's funny. I still can't see who's shooting the flares. Mike, Andrew, you got them shooting right at you, right? I'm afraid to go any lower than this when you can't really see the surface. I'll come down gently here. Should be right in front of me. Take it down to 150. So you said one heli searching at 1000, the other at 500, and then zoom in. So once I'm over, oh, right here.
As long as you get into the vicinity, you can have your crew do a deployment down to them to save them.
I'll do that right now. I'm just trying to hover like this and try to stay there in a good hover. Kind of rising a bit. I'm trying to find a stabilization here. Right around there. All right. Andrea and Patrick, I think it's time to deploy and go pick up our victims. I'll stay here hovering. I just used my intercom to talk to my crew, you guys, that's in the back of the helicopter.
Copy, Howard. Awaiting your clear to exit.
Andrea, clear to exit. Go, go, go. So that's cool, Rad. That's what we'll do on our second
Exiting
rescue.
now, Howard.
Maybe we'll do that. We'll have Andrew at 1500 as a comms platform doing a slow circle maybe. And then we'll have Mike search at 1000 and then I'll come in at 500 and do the magic. I can't tell if I'm moving forward or backwards. That's the thing about water. Look, I have no idea. I think I'm going backwards. Oh yeah, take a look at the tablet, you guys. I'm supposed to stay hovering like I did over the boat. And there's the ripple. Yeah, you can tell once you get close. Okay. I left Andrea and Patrick over there in the water. Let's get back over to them. Oh, yeah. You're not paying attention to the stream. So I was going backwards and I was getting close to the surface and I could tell by looking at the surface that I was backwards. Just drifting backwards. So it's hard to tell, you guys, unless you got waves, which typically you would have waves. But look at you can just start to see the ripples on the water.
We're on the ground, Howard. Starting search for Dennis.
All right, they're starting the search. They'll pick it up. I can't keep this as stable as I did before. Before there was a boat below me, an actual yacht, and I could focus on the yacht and keep my hover. Here, I still don't even see anybody in the water. I don't see flares either. Did you turn the flares off, Mike? Oh, I think Andrew told them to turn them off because they were shooting at him. So in the second mission, Mike, in the second mission we do, I'm going to have you do the actual comms work and pick them up and all that. I'll do the 1000. What did Rad say? 1 at 1000. I'll do the heli searching at 1000, and you'll do the 500 and the pickup. All right? Because I guess anybody in the group who's tuned into the same frequency is Say Intentions including us in the rescue automatically. Is that what's happening?
We're actively searching for Dennis now, Howard. We'll update once located.
Roger, Andrea. Thank you. So, good to hear. She's keeping us updated.
Roger, Howard.
Roger, Roger, Andrea. Roger, 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 Howard. Yeah. Turn away from the sun. Yeah.
It includes us in the rescue, but the only the person, the pilot in charge
Ooh.
on the Scouts dispatch, can verify everything.
Look at this. Ooh, baby. Okay. It wants to be in the sun. Yeah, I just about lost it over the water. All right, let's try something else here. Let's do a slow move. Then I'll back it up maybe. Yeah. Boy, over the water, you guys, it's just like in real life. You can get in vertigo. Oh, I'm all the way back. You can get vertigo because it's blue on blue and there is a horizon, but it's very deceiving how close you are.
Howard,
to the
we've
surface.
located Dennis. Patrick is checking his condition now.
Super duper.
Howard, Dennis is stable. We're bringing him back to the aircraft now.
Super. And I'm just, I know I should be away from the sun, you guys, but I'm just going to get closer to them so we can pick them up. Now, there's no animation of them getting out of the helicopter or getting back in, but it's cool. There's no points, there's no pressure, there's no scripted thing on the screen that you have to follow. And there's the debris area, and from here I'll turn around. You know, I should just follow where Mike is. He's doing such a beautiful hover. Man, I am kind of moving, aren't I? Okay, then. Yeah, I can see by my airspeed indicator. All right, let's turn it around now. Ah, now I see something. Look
Howard,
at that.
Dennis is on board, ready for extraction.
It just wants to stay in the sun, you guys. Holy mackerel. I don't think I've ever had trouble like this before on a helicopter.
Dennis is stable and secure, awaiting your next instructions.
There, I just saw something. There in the water, got it.
Should we ask Dennis what he wants us to do with his watercraft?
Sure. Great idea, Mike. Hey, Andrea, can you ask Dennis what he wants us to do with his watercraft? Is it a life jacket? Is it a life raft? Yeah, it is a life raft. Look at that. Cool. That's pretty neat. So that would be injected in by Say Intentions, you guys.
Dennis is stable and secure. We're ready for transport to the hospital.
Okay, she's ignoring me, right? She doesn't have an answer for that. All right. I don't know, Mike, do you have the capability to pick up that watercraft? Let's head back, you guys. And let me just get the speed going. I'll get back into...
Roger that. We'll put it on eBay.
Put it on eBay. Let's see. Let's put 125 behind us. I have no idea where we're going. Let me just move this over to, at the risk of crashing, back over to my intercom. No, we got to update SkyOps first. Holy mackerel. Playing around in here, you're going to crash, Howard. Look.
Here comes DNH in the H Hotel Uniform 16 Albatross. If anybody needs something else to be picked up.
So, there's VIP, there's...
Here comes DNH in the
there's the coast.
H Hotel Uniform 16 Albatross. If anybody needs something else to be picked up.
Okay, you two in airplanes lead the way. We'll follow your tag wherever you are, all the way back to the coast. I did that on the intercom, you guys. Andrew heard me right away in Zoom. You guys heard me in
Copy
Twitch.
that. Follow the lead and head back to the coast. Happy
I'm
New
on the
Year.
wrong frequency. Wrong frequency. All right. I thought it was on the intercom still. I'm not. Okay, team, those of you in aircraft can lead the way and helicopters will follow. I did that on intercom. Fly 270, you'll hit land somewhere. Yeah. Okay.
Copy that. Aircraft will lead, helicopters will follow.
That was you, Mike? You sounded just like Say Intentions. I'm trying to fly with my left hand while I get my radios going again. Okay, they already know what's happening, so let's leave it like that. Oh, see what I mean? Don't be focused inside the cockpit. You'll just mess it all up. Now, you could put on autopilot. I don't know if this aircraft has it. Certainly, I do know that the Twin Otter that Andrew's flying does have autopilot, works fine. And that'll certainly reduce the workload when you've got your head poked in there somewhere, right? So Strap says I only have SI Entourage, which is the one-time fee package. I think it's $49.95, and it's the one-time fee for the, I guess for the year or for the forever. I don't know.
It's a one-time.
One time. And then if you want to have all of these things, SkyOps, the full VFR, IFR package with 15 languages, whatever, then you need to do the subscription-based one, which is called Premium. No SkyOps and Entourage. Yep, that's right. And I'm not paying attention to this at all, you guys. I can't even fly it. Left hand, right hand. So it was called Sciences Center or something like that, right?
Says look for Health Sciences Center. They have a parking lot helipad.
Right. Now, did you guys get that whole transmission show up on your screen because you're part of the group, or no? Like when they told us the whole mission, it showed up on my Say Intention screen in green, but you guys didn't get it, right? I can't keep this thing straight. 270, yeah, okay.
No, just you.
Just
We can
me,
hear
okay.
it.
Yeah, so you heard it, yeah.
Yeah.
So it came over your comms, or you just heard it from the stream?
Comes over the radio.
Okay. Look at this. I can't keep this thing straight. I got my stick all the way forward.
Over the comm.
Ugh. I give up. Look at this. What about you, Mike? How's your helicopter handling the H-125? I've done missions with this in career mode and it wasn't this bad, but here I'm like cranking it left and right, nothing. All right. Here it's now climbing straight up into a nose up. I got the stick full forward. This is not what would happen in a normal helicopter. You push the stick forward. So far so good? When you push the stick forward, it goes forward like that. So I have no idea what's going on. Here we go again. All of a sudden it says, oh, I think I'll go up here. So that just drives me nuts, you guys. And of course you lose airspeed when that happens, right? So that's why I didn't want this helicopter. I've used this one in a mission, in a few missions already, on mountainsides in career mode. And give me another helicopter, please. This thing putting its nose up when it feels like it. La la la. So I keep trying to bring it back to center, and then eventually it just says, oh, I think I'll put the nose up now.
Camry?
I'll put the nose up now, and then... Well, I picked this one because the Camry's only a two-seater, and I was doing VIP transport or something like that. You want to put people in it, right? So, yeah, I guess I could probably do the Camry, but haven't checked it out. I'll bring my power down to 85%. Now again, apart from my crappy helicopter driving here, we can center it and go out. Here's our team following me, but we're going over to here. So I'm going to make a correction right now and fly something like 310, 320 maybe. We'll find when we get there. Let's go like this. And aim towards the science center. So that's because Say Intentions injects objects into the sim, and then they show up as airplanes. That's what's happening there. So it's probably a couple of personnel, or 2 or 3, fluorescent vest personnel that are sitting at the Health Science Center or the heliport, waiting for us, and that's why they show up as a cluster of airplanes, right? Cluster of sim objects. Oh, I see. See, every time it puts the nose up, I gain another 500 feet. I keep climbing. Man, oh man. All right, I'm going to put the nose down and drop some of that collective and see if I can get down closer to the ground. Coming into Newfoundland.
And Labrador.
And Labrador. The east coast of Canada, you guys. Is this what it looks like right now this time of year? Kind of brown? Maybe it's kind of white, right? So Brad says there would be an ambulance and 2 attendants. So that makes sense, right? That's cool.
I have the Health Sciences Center in sight.
Cool, Andrew.
I have the Health Sciences Center in sight.
It's to the left of the airport as you're coming in. So
Roger that.
if you come in through the mouth of the harbor, just go
airport
straight.
as you're coming in. So.
It's just on the other side of main body of St. John's.
All the snow melted.
If you come in through the mouth of the harbor, just go straight. It's just on the other side of main body of St. John's.
Roger that, Rescue 1.
Pretty cool. So Strap's giving you a link to the Entourage sign up. Is that the link that gives them a discount from ForderLearnToFly? Maybe that's what we want to give them also. And that's not a shortcut that I can give you, so I'm going to have to go find the timer that pops up and give you that link while I'm trying to fly with my left hand. Timer's right here. Timer. Say Intentions. And I'll make a link for you, Strap, so you can put this in every time. But it's paste that. And that's a link, you guys, that will give you a discount on your purchase. If you do. We're not here to sell it. We're just giving you a break if you do want to get it. So.
Rescue 1, Search 1, just passing over the hospital now.
Rescue 1, Search 1, just passing over the hospital now.
Roger that, Search 1. We're with you, behind you. So normally you guys, you wouldn't be able to...
Search 1. You're behind them.
Normally you wouldn't hear us on stream. You would only hear in the comm radios, and that's when it gets real exciting, you guys, because that's your only communication. So here you're hearing it live with Andrew and I on Zoom, on our normal Twitch channel and YouTube live stream. But you wouldn't normally hear all that. You'd only hear what's in your radio headset. You're hearing both. As you get closer to your destination, you guys, then you probably want to center it again and zoom in, and that gives you an idea of your distance, right? But I think there was a POI above it, right? Before. I said it's the same place, right? And you notice with ground below me, you guys, you notice that it's a lot more stable with the helicopter on now that I got my right hand back on the stick. But when you've got a reference to fly with, it makes it so much easier. Now, if I were to be in here, if I had my head tracker on, I would still look out the window all the time and just glance down to change frequencies. But I'm keeping it out here because this is very disorienting as far as flying goes. Looking at that and then trying to pretend you're stable. All right, should be right around here actually. We're almost on top of it. I better slow down. And there should be a helipad.
Search 2 is just about to pass over it. Rescue 1 is above.
Search
Rescue
2
1,
is just
you
about to
are
pass
coming
over
over
it.
the parking lot
Rescue
now.
1 is above.
Heliport. Oh, heliport looks like it's in the back.
Rescue 1, you are coming over the parking lot now.
Yep, I see a windsock over here. Land into wind. Andrea, we're just landing at the Science Center now if you want to prepare for transport. Look at that. Take my hand off the collective to hit my
Copy,
intercom
Howard.
switch. There's really no wind. Look at the windsock's right where we want to land. Okay then. That wouldn't normally be right there, but we'll do it. Maybe there's more than one here.
Search 1 returning to the airport.
Search 1 returning to the airport.
A little hard, but we did it. Okay, Andrew, we're on the ground. Go, go, go. And I'll talk to...
On the ground, Howard. Searching for Dennis.
Positive injected object, let you know
Okay,
where
you're
it's
still
at.
on my screen, Howard.
Oh. SkyOps dispatcher, this is Medevac 1. We have landed at the hospital and we are dispatching the patient. It's made for Cormorant-sized helis. It's very rad. Yeah. So there's
Excellent work on the mission. The victim's family is grateful for your swift action. Return to base when ready.
Roger, SkyOps, returning to base.
Roger, return to base approved. Safe travels.
Rescue team, great work. Thank you very much for your help and your guidance.
Readback correct?
Yeah, I turned that over to COM 2. Readback.
There's no crew on board right now because you don't have an active mission. To pick up a new mission, contact SkyOps dispatch on 122.11 and ask them for a new mission.
What's that, Mike? Something happened there.
He said, "Thank you for the guidance, Captain Forder."
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Andrea was talking in my ear, so she's saying you don't have a crew. I pushed the. I'm sure.
Thanks for the guidance, Captain Forder.
That's great. Yeah, it's back on SkyOps again. There we go. Look what's happening underneath. Look. Head in the cockpit. So I would recommend that you use a head tracker or different views and make sure you get them under control. There's no other views. I've got inside or outside view. My inside view is to focus on the intercom radios, which is crap. And then my inside view, or my outside view, was to see where I was going. But so it's limited by the sim right now. If I were in 2020 right now, all the views are there with control 1, control 2, control 3. One focuses on radios, one focuses outside the window, all of that. All right, there's the, okay, so now I see where I am. Back to the airport. Now that I'm all messed up. Everybody else is already there. Airport's up this way. Got it. So you could end the mission there, you guys. You don't have to go back to the base. You could just click on new flight and continue with a new mission. But, you know, I'm going to just finish it up, meet up with the guys. We could have done this in 2020. All of us have it. We could have done this in X-Plane, but it won't do sim object injection. I think that's what Brian told us. So, you know, it's nice to have the sim.
Technically, you don't have to return to base. A few times I've actually said, I'm going to stay the night here, and they'll accommodate you.
Ha! That's great, Mike. By the way, golf course, Rad says, golf course, did I miss it? And he would also pick up ATIS. He would also pick up the tower. You'd also tell them we're coming in for a landing, but we're not doing that right now. We didn't rehearse it, you guys. We didn't. You guys saw we were trying to figure it out on stream while we're here, and that's what we do. Typically, that's what we do on Thursday nights. We try and figure stuff out and talk about things. But you know, this is an impromptu session. We said we would come on Tuesday night, New Year's Eve, and just have some fun, and that's what we're doing here. I can't see a heliport, but I'll come over where they are. I'm going to land where they are. So you can bet, you guys, this was our first one, and we're just trying to figure out what's happening. Rad gave us some hints on what we can do with a team. You're hearing Zoom audio first, and then you're hearing a delay when it comes through on Say Intention, so it's probably a bit disorienting too. There's VIP, there's Andrew, there's Shrap, and I'm sure Mike is around here somewhere too. Let's see if I can hold on to hover there. Well, is that you over there, Mike? Oh, that's Andrew. There's DNH there. Shrap is there. Mike is not in the house. Maybe he's over this way. Andrew's now on the roll. Well, we'll put her down here. Come back to here. I don't need to change my microphones around. See if I can hold it right there in a hover. Okay, that's looking good. Still zoomed in too far. Hey, I see a P-38 Lightning out there.
To make your screens for daylight up at top earlier.
So there, that's a better view for, or what were you saying, Mike? Oh, it's starting to move. Come on, get into a hover. Yeah, see, that would be a good view there. If I didn't have to tune radios, that would be a nice view for inside for normal flying right there.
If you turn the knob to daytime, your screens will be brighter. It's at the very top of your screen, the one on the left, first one.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me just, while I'm trying to play with a mouse here, let me just put this baby down. There we go. So right here, that one. This guy. Panel brightness. It's up all the way. Okay. Something else, brightness. It's up all the way.
The very
Oh.
first one.
Look at that. See? So I can see, because this is a popular helicopter in the sim, in the new sim, I can see us doing a Tuesday lesson on this baby, Mike. And learning to play with it, change it. We'll do an auto rotation. We'll do emergency stuff. How to deal with, annunciator stuff. Certainly the options for the radio, I think we had options. Maybe we didn't. But it did have a COM1 with GPS, and it also had COM2 here. The audio panel we learned about tonight, and we could figure out more things on it. But yeah, it would be good. I haven't been impressed with the helicopter stuff. That's why I brought over my own helicopters. We got someone outside a moving helicopter, yeah. Also, you guys, I want to mention you can pop these out. I have popped them out to smaller screens. You just hold the Alt key. As soon as I press Alt while my mouse is here, you can see it go into a plus. If I click it, it actually makes another screen, and I made that mistake again. I don't have my actual screens here, so it's now taken that and thrown it onto an imaginary screen, which I don't have right now because I've packed them up to be shipped off to Flight Sim Builder. So let me just see where it went. Right there? No. Don't know where it went. You guys told me what to do to find it again. I forget. So I also wanted to show Little Nav Map. Somebody mentioned, wow, does it work? So you can see we started out from the airport. I think I didn't turn it on until we were out to sea. And there we are out to sea, messing around here with an unbalanced helicopter, pretending I knew what I was doing. And then you can see we're heading back. Oh, here's where we started heading out. And then here's where we're headed back. Made a correction to head to the hospital. Landed at the hospital. Right there. Right there. And then we took off and headed off to the airport and back to the airport. So this is what we use Little Nav Map for. We can also pick up frequencies like I did when we came into Vancouver. I just picked up the right frequencies and started calling. So it's still a very valuable tool. I don't know what the limitations are in the new sim, and I'm sure those who use it fuller than I do will probably know what the limitations are. But first thing I'm having trouble with, but Andrew's okay with, is that my scenery library, I'm not sure what the path is. I thought it was my community folder or my FS data folder, but
Little Nav Map won't do 284 scenery.
So it's still picking up 2020 scenery, I guess.
Yeah.
And there it is, picking up 2020 scenery. So that's fine, So I guess that could be what the comment was, and I think that was that from you, Ludwig? So somebody commented from the chat on YouTube. They said, "Does Little Nav Map work with 2024?" And I said, "As far as what I do with it, yeah." So that could be what they're saying there, right? What's it saying in there? Someone's saying fuel with a question mark. Hello. The gig Leo says fuel with a question mark. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. And let's let Little Nav Map go pick up all that scenery and update it. I did update my Little Nav Map. So thanks for that, Mike. I've got a display now that I've landed. I can't even see I don't need my torque anymore. Here, I'll scare all these guys away. Watch this, you guys. I'll start to lift off. Maybe I can blow them backwards, right? Look, it's being blown backwards. Look at Srap. Is that funny or what? It's a new feature. Actually, there's some people who are annoyed by that, saying, there's a bug there. People are outside the aircraft. That's not a bug. It's a feature. It's a really nice feature. But this really blows up a lot of smoke, doesn't it? I mean, a lot of dust. So, do you want to do? Well, we don't have time for another mission, do we? We used up a lot of time trying to figure it all out, right? So that was kind of fun. I mean, it was a bit disjointed today, you guys, because we didn't know what we were doing, but you know, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, so we're figuring it out. Don't run over Strap. No. He's even hunkered down, right? Yeah, that's cool. Cows showed off teaser of the DA40. Super Ty, on my Orbix, it says that the Cows DA42 is 2024 ready. That's what it shows
Yeah.
on Orbix.
Yeah, he's not talking about the 42. He's talking about the 40.
Oh, where does it say that in chat?
He says, well, you just read it.
Oh,
Cows showed off a
DA40,
teaser
not
of the
DA42.
DA40.
Okay, DA40 single engine. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Not the DA42. No, got it. Okay. And so that's another thing too. I mean, if you guys go to your Orbix Direct, it's interesting. I was just playing with that earlier just to see what that was all about. And there's a drop down now for 2020 or 2024, which is really good. Let's just go there and show you what that looks like. And it defaults to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and if you go to your products, you'll see all the products that you own and products that you could install into 2020. But if you go up to the menu here, and now you can pick 2024, you can see what stuff you could put into 24. So these are all the developers who've been working on their stuff, and they're all working overtime, you guys. And so go over to my products now, and you'll see, obviously it's a shorter list than I have, and I haven't done any of these, but I could now install those into my 2024. Now, the only thing I need to do first is my libraries, to put it in the right library for it, so that I know where to link it in. So you can see that these are some of the cities that are already ready. I already own them for 2020, and now they're available for 24, or they already were available. There's the DA42, ready for 24 in the long EZ, and the Sightseeing Vessel Core. Okay, but I would be interested in this for sure, is to put that in. If I say install right now, it will go into my normal flight simulator. It says install because I already own it, but it would go into my normal flight simulator folder, and I don't want it to. I want to set up a new library just for, just a minute, libraries. I want to set up a new library just for 2024. Right now it's going into my 2020 MS Linker folder, and I don't want it in there. It will overwrite what I already have in there. So I need to figure out how to make a new library, go from there. Andrew says, Mike, do you see my door open? He says, no, but at least I see it as a Twin Otter, right? Cool. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd mention to you guys, this is something I just realized tonight, is they have their own menu drop down now, and you can figure out what products are available for us from Orbix. It's pretty cool. There's SimulaFlyer right there. What can we fly in the last half hour? Let's just fly somewhere here. We don't have to use say intentions for that. Now that we know how to do a group rescue, we'll do that. Maybe we'll do one on Thursday and then other things. You guys know we talk about other things on Thursday night, and we'll bring out any new updates. I'm going to install the RV7 from DJing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get you the link for that. He's asked us to share it.
Yeah, it's not 100% yet, but
yeah, so let me mention this.
When it is, he will put it up on flightsim.to.
Let's open that in a browser right there. And maybe this is a better shot right here. This is the RV7. We've had a riot with this thing. The RV7, let me share the link for it, you guys. He's told us that we can do that. Let me just copy the link. Or, yeah, copy link. There we go. And I'll put that in both chats right now. And you guys can grab this. It will be on flightsim.to once he finishes the last little tweak. I think one of them is carb heat. I think is the one thing he has to tweak, you know. There we go. And I put that into YouTube also, right?
The panel light is not working properly. The carb heat is not removed, so apparently it shouldn't have one. And there's no interaction point to, i.e. there's no door to click on to get in and out of the cockpit, so you still have to use the Shift-C, like you have to do with all the other 2020 airplanes.
Right. And here's another shot of it too, you guys. Now the RV7, you guys, is a very fast, this is a home built. The Vans RV series, we've done a Tuesday night lesson on each of the the RVs. This one's made by Jing. He's usually in chat on our channel, and he's also worked on the RV8 with SWS because he did so well with the RV series. And these are fast. Even in real life, these things are super fast, aerobatic airplanes that you can build yourself. Their own builds. Pretty cool, right? Mike says, Andrew, I'm adjusting your brakes. Hope I went in the right direction. Mike says,
I know there was a reason I jumped back in the cockpit.
I like the fake Goodyear logo on the tires. Oh, is that on this one, or no? This one has wheel pants. You mean on Andrew's?
Yeah, I have the ski version, and they're huge.
I know they have to be huge. I mean, that thing can take. I'm trying to think about how many people can be in that plane. This thing's a workhorse, you guys. The Twin Otter and the Beaver are workhorses of the north, the bush country. You'll find these things on floats, skis, and wheels, and the Beaver will be parked right beside them, and the Twin Otter will be there also. Quite honestly, the Twin Otter is better in the sense of safety because it is a dual engine. It is a twin engine, which gives you that safety factor, of course, going over large bodies of water, etc. But the de Havilland Beaver, of course, is the legendary workhorse, which you'll see lots of those still operating up north. You want to see a bunch of these, go to Vancouver City, and you'll see Harbor Air has a ton of them in the harbor of Twin Otters on floats, and also you'll see a bunch of Beavers there also. And we fly both in 2020, and now Andrew's moved it over to 2024, so have I. Next, I got to move the Beaver over, right? Because some people are already flying that too. I don't know. I think the Beaver is already in 24.
The Beaver's included because it was part of one of the packages.
Oh, it was part of the 40th anniversary in 2020. That's why.
Yep,
that's what it was. So there we go. So I'll have to move my Harbor Air livery over. Right? So way cool, Andrew. That looks great. Go over to Mike's screen, see what's going on over there. So Mike's looking at the fake Goodyear logo on the tire. Yeah, it is fake because it's reversed. Maybe it's on the other side of the tire, Mike, and it's showing through. That's kind of funny, right? Even has the wing foot. Yeah, that's pretty neat, eh?
Well, Howard, on the positive side, he's actually seeing the plane that I'm flying. Because I am in the Twin Otter with skis.
Right.
And not all the time will you see the variant of the plane that's being. A lot of times you'll just see the base version.
Yeah, that's what's cool, right? Yeah. Hey, Cessna 172, Juliet Hotel, how you doing? Hi, Howard, and to the rest of the group. I want to take this time to you and all your fellow simmer. Happy New Year for 2025 from my missus and myself. Hey, that's so cool.
Well, 172 Juliet Hotel, same to you.
Same to you.
Yeah, Mike, that's because when Aerosoft released the Twin Otter for 2020, it was only out for a year? And then they pulled it from sales, so the only people that could use it were the ones that bought it while it was still out there.
So
people wondered, and now we know why, because Microsoft bought the rights to it. So this is based on the Aerosoft one, but it has been redone by Hans, whatever, I can't remember his last name is now.
Oh, so you picked that native in the sim?
Yeah,
that's not the one you ported over. I brought mine.
No. The Twin Otter came with the set with 2024.
Okay, that's probably why Mike is seeing it. All right, because my Twin Otter I brought over, so I put it in my community folder, and some people were surprised to see that. Here, I'll come back on the field, you guys. I'll go get the Twin Otter and take a look at it. Copyright Goodyear, good tire. Let's come back here for a second. So let's go to airplane. Let's go to, well, we'll just type Otter. O-T-T-E-R. Oh, doesn't like that. Okay then, DHC 6. DHC maybe? I don't know. Let's just scroll. Maybe over here. Right there. DHC 6 wheels and pants. There's the Beaver built in. I didn't move that one over, or I don't think I did. Do you have the Beaver in there too, Andrew, by default?
Yeah, because it's also part of the sim.
The Bronco I moved over. Works great. I never tested everything about it, but it flew. I guess maybe that's the only twin otter there. I thought it was the one I moved over. Huh. Let's go configure
It's a
it.
DHC 6-300. This is the one I'm in.
Oh, DHC 6-100 wheels passenger.
Yeah. So that's the one you ported over from. That's the Aerosoft one from 2020. The one that comes included with 2024 is a -300.
Okay. Super duper. You can hear the fireworks once in a while. There's a boom. Yeah, so Super Tire, you're saying copyright Goodyear, good tire. So they have to put the logo backwards and then they don't get sued. Is that what you're saying? Mamma mia. If you were already in daylight, it should leave you already in daylight.
You're on live time, I guess.
Shouldn't have been. Anyway, this is my baby. Almost looks like I'm on floats only. I thought this was my baby. I don't remember this livery, so maybe it's not my baby. My gear is down. Oh, but my Bravo doesn't have a gear down light. Okay, so this is a float only version, you guys. Huh. There's one way to solve that. See if I can recover from this high up. 3,000 feet. Here we go. Ooh. Yowzer. What kind of a view is that? See if I can get some ground here. There we go. Hey, we're fine. Holy smokeroos. What kind of a view is that? There's no default button view, I guess. Yeah, we're still figuring it all out. Yeah, it does look like a float-only version. No wheels. Look at that. All right. So find some water. I noticed the aircraft selection after 24 released. The white background aircraft are from 2020 and the blue background aircraft are from 24. No kidding. That is interesting. Yeah, okay. That way I can tell if it's mine or not, right? Oh, it still had one flap down for takeoff. There we go. Gonna exceed flap speed. So we did a lesson on this, you guys. Again, it was a Tuesday lesson. I might have to redo it for 24. I don't know if it's disappeared from Twitch. We also did the DHC2 Beaver. We learn it inside out and then we have a lesson on it and we get to know how to do it properly. And that gives you more confidence when you're flying these things. I'm gonna land in this harbor right here. So I do have my Tobii eye tracker working. I just don't do it on stream, you guys. I know Andrew, you and Mike and the rest of them have heard this before, but I don't do it on stream because I have to run the stream and I have other screens. And the minute I look to another screen, like changing the view to Andrew or changing the view to Mike, what you guys see on stream is this jittering all over the place and it will just drive you bananas. So I've learned not to use my head tracker when I'm streaming. But I turn it back on when I'm doing flights alone, when I do career mode, when I do say intentions missions with SkyOps, all this stuff I put my head tracker on and treat it like a normal airplane. But this is, you know, for now I just use my hat switch and do normal flight as if, you know, like people would on Xbox and all the rest of them. All right, down to something that I can actually put some flaps on maybe. Let's pull this thing up, get into flap range. There we go, first flap. Second flap. And I'll just pull into the harbor here.
I believe it does, Mike. The difference is, I think when you pause it, when you unpause it, it takes you back to center. It doesn't leave you where you're looking.
Nice little stall sound as I touch the water. Beautiful. That's what you want. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. How's the water rudders? I don't know what the water rudder switch is for this. Same command, Alt-7 will pause Toby as well as track IR. Yeah, I think I don't even load it up when I do the stream. That way I don't drive you guys crazy, right? It will leave you in the last view you were in. Oh, I see.
Yeah, Charlie, because that's because it's an in-sim. You're not using the Toby software. Natively, I don't think if you pause Toby natively and unpause it, it puts you back looking straight forward. It doesn't leave you looking at whatever it was you were looking at when you paused it. Track IR and my track hat will do that. So.
Hey, Bomber.
Really?
Thanks for saying that. Both of you are awesome. What a nice way to finish off 2024. Don't forget, you guys, don't do a laundry tomorrow. That's a superstition for a lot of people. If you do a laundry on New Year's Day, it means that you are washing away somebody in your life. So you don't do that. Superstitious. What's another superstition? Oh, at midnight, leave your doors and windows open to let the bad out and the good in. All right? Unless you have bears in the neighborhood. There's an exception. And
and I like your other one.
what other
when midnight rolls around,
guys?
when midnight, just as midnight strikes, take your left foot off, stand on your right foot.
That's right.
Because then you go into start the new year on the right foot.
That's right. Badoonch. That's good. You haven't heard those, Mike. These are from around the world superstitions on New Year's, right? You know, the other superstition is that if you get so polluted that you can't even tell where you are or when you'll wake up in the new year, you know, and you can just say to everybody, "See you in the new year." That's what you'll say. Yeah. Is this plane included in MSFS 2024? Papa Joe, how you doing? Yes, it is. Except this is the one I brought over from 2020. But Andrew's got this one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Andrew. I just clicked to your screen. And colder. It's getting colder. Yes. Yeah, and that's your keyboard. Yeah. Better and better. Woohoo! There's the one that Andrew's doing right now, and he is using. Oh, you've got the head of your body in there. Oh yeah. He's got the. That's the default. That's the built-in one. You guys.
Yes, that one the version I have comes with the sim.
And look at those skis. And this is the one I ported over. Actually, I didn't expect to have a float-only version. I don't remember having a float-only version, so I'm starting to doubt it too. And so, how would we even differentiate, Andrew? Let me just have a quick look here. Run with space. Run with space. So Papa Joe, yeah, most people did, Papa Joe. Most people missed it. We've been simming since day one with 2020. And that's when I started streaming too. It was like a month after the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So we've been streaming now for, I don't know. I like to think 4 years, maybe 4.5. I don't know. Here, I think I have to go into somewhere else to find it. But you know, if I look at the otter here. There's the beaver, which I think I brought over. Here's my DHC6 300. That's you, Andrew, right? 300? No. You said you had what? The 100? 600? DHC6 is the number anyway. But so I think that's the one I brought over. By the way, the 701 now has a new update, you guys, also, wherever you bought it.
Yeah, no, the one I'm in is the 300. The one that came from Microsoft is the 100, or it gave you the option. I think it was give you the 1 and the 3. There were a couple of different variants that came with the Eurosoft package.
There's my widget I brought over from 2020, and I did bring over two goose player. I think you call them two goose airplanes, even though the actual bird you call them geese. I think one of these came in. Maybe it's the AnyBuilds one. I moved.
The big radials is the payware one without the retracting tip floats. The 21, there were two versions of the 21. One was from the 40th anniversary that everybody has. Then there was an earlier version. It was the first Goose to come out, actually. That was made for, it was a port over by the developer, Osnomad, who is the lead dev at Big Radials. He brought his FSX one in about a year before the one in the sim native sim one came out. So at one point in 2020, you could have three different geese. One is part of the 40th anniversary. One was from Osnomad, and then one was from his company, Big Radials, which is the GBF, which is the payware version. The other two were both free.
So, what I understand when I've talked to pilots, Andrew, is that it's a name they give them, which of course, they call them the Goose, and the Albatross and all these other bird names we've given to airplanes. But airplanes are just names we give them. So you would say two goose. You wouldn't use the word geese because that relates to the bird itself. So pilots tell me this, and I go, really?
Two gooses.
Okay. Gooses. Okay, do we actually say gooses? And now I'm going to have an English teacher correct me. So it's kind of interesting. It's one of those trivial things like hangar talk where you have nothing else to talk about, right? So anyway, the duck here too from Fly and Dive, I moved that over from 2020. Works like a charm. Again, I haven't, when I say works like a charm, it flies, it works great. It doesn't go out of control. My controls all work. I haven't tested every little detail. I haven't done an ILS approach in the duck. I don't think the duck can do it. It was made way back then, right? But some people say, well, how can you have how come your airplanes are flawless and the rest of us are having troubles? Maybe because I'm not testing every little thing. I'm not doing it like a critical review. I'm doing it like a VFR flyer. Like in my video yesterday on YouTube, I actually did a visual approach into Vancouver, and I was so slow and near stall when I landed that I could turn off on the first taxiway. And I didn't care if ILS even worked. So that's when some people are really critical, going, come on, Howard, test it. Well, I'm not here to test it fully. I'm here to use it for what I need it for at the time, right?
Yeah.
I don't see any other beaver.
The taxi instructions that they gave you, Alpha Bravo cross 208, right? Yeah, there is technically a Bravo. It's way down the other end, but it's closed now. It doesn't exist. It's not usable.
I couldn't find the Bravo. Yeah, I was looking afterwards and going, they want me to use the Bravo, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the second last. If you continue all the way down to the other end of the runway, Bravo would have been the second last one going to the left, but it's not active anymore. So you actually technically couldn't have done it. It shows up in the base Asobo stuff, but it doesn't show up in the little nav map or Navigraph. So in real life, Taxiway Bravo it doesn't exist anymore.
6 geese a laying. I got it, Mike. I actually got it. 5 golden rings. Yeah, that. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens. What's a French hen? I don't know. Do they walk around going, parlez-vous français? I don't know. What's a French hen? Look what I'm flying. Yee-haw. Oops, it's not mapped to a stick. Okay, I guess I'm going to fly it with a yoke. Okay, then. Yee-haw. And it works like a charm, you guys. I actually haven't put in the update that Nick gave us. This is ported over from 2020. I think the only thing that we could find wrong with it was the smoke was coming out of the side of the fuselage instead of the actual exhaust. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't really tell, but it's the only thing we could find wrong with it, right? Talk about fun.
Good evening, Professor Teltom. Yep. No, I've haven't been gone. Just may not always be on screen, but I've been here most of the time.
And like last Thursday, when we have a guest with an overlay, and it's a special guest that's taken the time, wherever time zone they are, to come and help us on stream, then Andrew is still on voice. But we don't put all the faces on the screen because the focus was on our guest, and Andrew's okay with that. So that's what we do when we have a guest. Andrew's still there and he still helps out on stream and he does all kinds of stuff in the background, but this is so much fun. If you guys don't have this already, you should go get it. This is the Decathlon.
By default in the sim, I have the DHC1, the DHC2, the DHC6, and the DHC4.
Oh, I gotta see this, Andrew, because I only had one of them. Oh, Canada.
So I brought over my my chipmunk, the DHC1.
Okay, I should bring mine over. Yeah.
The
so your beaver is
the twin otter, and the beaver are included, and so is the DHC4, because that's a carrier that's a port over by the sim from my 2020 purchases.
Ah, that's why.
Because that was a local legend or a famous flyer. I don't remember which, but
I got most of them.
Yeah. So I have a 1, 2. I actually technically I have a 3, but it's not a DHC. It's only a DH. Because I have the tiger moth, which is it's not a de Havilland Canada. It's just a de Havilland.
See the smoke coming out of the fuselage. And that's the only thing. And Nick's already fixed that, but I didn't put the update in. Lots of fun. All kinds of fun. See YouTube chat for graphics card question. Okay. Yeah, and when I was pulling up the images of the RV7, which will fly on Thursday, I kind of blocked out the chat there, so I'll go have a look here. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to know what graphics card you're using.
Oh, in here, this is just a 3060, you guys. I'm on 2024 with a 3060, and it actually works better in this sim than it did in 2020. And I still keep that to show people that you don't need the latest, greatest, highest priced. And Andrew actually showed us that you could use a 1660 card in 2024, and it worked better than in 2020.
I flew on my, it's still on the desk in front of me, but there's nothing plugged into it. My older machine, with the i5 9400F and 32 gigs of RAM and a 1666 gig card, worked better in 2024 than it did in 2020. Like, I could run 2024, I could run Discord, I could run OBS, I could run my browser in 2024 with no issues, but I couldn't do that in 2020 because it was overloading something, and my OBS would keep disconnecting. It did not do that in the week and a half I used it in 2020.
That was a bit hard. Hey, Professor Teletom, how you doing? I need some new landing gear, but I'm good. Oh. You know what I like about a tail dragger, guys? You can turn on the smoke and you can do a victory lap, you know? Screech. Tighten that thing up. Didn't stay long though, does it? Super tight. You noticed that the very first time I did it. That the smoke doesn't stay long in 24, not as long as it does in 2020, right? Interesting, isn't it? All right, you guys, that's the time. We normally finish around 7:30, and it's 7:30, so good timing. We've flown a few different planes today. This one was ported over from 2020. This is from Nick of Hangar Studio 713, if you want to find this thing. This thing is modeled right after the real deal, and he actually used the real pilots to make this happen. So, you know, this is a real good thing. We did a lesson on it. We did a 3-part series on aerobatics here on Twitch, and talk about fun. This was great. I know, finger games, I know. Last time I was called one of the kids, I think it was my parents. The kids are here. Yeah. Yeah, that's it, Mike. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, the Tobii eye tracker. Yeah, I do have it, you guys. I just haven't loaded it up. I didn't just disable it. I just didn't load the hub. The fix for it is on the Tobii website. Let me just turn this off. There we go. The fix for the Tobii eye tracker, until they have a native fix, is I think it's OpenTrack, and then it works great. I mean, even going in and out now, you're zooming in, and that would be better when you're working with radios and then looking outside and looking, you know. So I do like it. It actually works well. It's just on stream, I've got too many screens here, and it really messes everybody up when they start moving around. So Super Ty says again, Happy New Year, and see you all Thursday in 2025. So everybody, we're going to be heading out. We'll run credits again, and then I'll be updating the credits for our Thursday stream for whoever is the new subscribers now. And so that'll get refreshed. And I'll be flying Say Intentions in the next few days, right up to Thursday night. I'll also be flying career mode to I'm starting to put together the part 3, which is the more advanced part of career mode. Not getting into airliners. For those who are holding your breath, I'm not going to venture into tube liners. But I will still show some of the more advanced certifications and progress of my companies and stuff like that, and we'll do that. Allie's still live after all this time. I think we will raid Allie as a New Year's gift. We'll go and raid her, you guys. And for those of you who are on YouTube, if you want to come over and hang out with more streamers like me, or like-minded streamers like me, Allie is also a certified pilot who knows what she's doing in an airplane, and she's very entertaining, very knowledgeable, and we all love her. And so we're going to raid her channel, meaning we're taking all our Twitch viewers right now over to her channel, and they can hang out with her and go fly with her. So if you're on YouTube right now, come on over to Twitch. You might have to make an account if you've never been here. Make an account for free. You can jump in and fly along and have some fun and watch what's happening. And that's how we continue when we want to keep on going. Happy New Year to everyone who's tuned in on and those who come back too on the VODs, right? Happy New Year to all of you. Safe travels, I always say, because this is the time of year where people get hurt. Lots of people are visiting relatives and friends, and they're on their travels, and they're in airplanes, and they're in every kind of transportation you can think of trying to get to family. Just be safe, everybody, and get there alive, right? Arrive alive. And then it'll be a happier New Year for everybody, right? Yeah, and DNH, I think I'll take the rest of the year off too. Andrew, Happy New Year, my friend. We've been here for years, and we're still going. And same with you guys who help out SRAP in as a moderator, Super Ty, each of the moderators who jump in when they can. It's just, we appreciate what you do on the stream for the year. I'll pull up my stats on Thursday. On Thursday's stream, I'll pull up my stats just to get an idea of how many hours we've actually been streaming this year, and get an idea of how many viewers we had, etc. It's actually interesting to see that. Yeah. Mike, thanks a bunch for your guidance with Say Intentions, and we're going to do more of that. And you and I will get together over the holidays here and go do some group rescues, and we'll do some of that too. Thanks a bunch, everybody. Andrew, Happy New Year, my friend.
Yeah, same to you. Happy New Year to everybody else, and stay safe overnight into tomorrow, and we'll see you all on Thursday. And happy holidays, everybody.
If you do indulge in a drink or two, be careful. Know where you are and know how you're getting home. And please don't drink and drive, you guys. That's not a good combination. All right, going to credits. Our last time we do credits with a song that we're going to try out tonight called Where Do We Go From Here in 2024. See you next year, everybody.